Overtime is killing me.
I kept my appointment with Dr. Martin. He said I could go back to work. I called Dr. Johnson and he said my position is still open.
Don't you have enough to do? Just taking care of the baby.
If I work, you won't have to work as hard and we can double our income.
Why so anxious to get back to that job?
Because when Mrs. Fraser retires next year, I'll be the logical choice for supervisor.
Doesn't mean you'll get it. And isn't there something you failed to mention?
No? What are you talking about?
Lenny. That's what I'm talking about. Lenny Davis drives that gold Mercedes. He still works there, doesn't he?
I know you aren't going there.
You want to keep stuff like that from me? Is that it?
Lenny and I went on a few dates in high school, that's it.
Oh, I remember. I'm not weak enough to swallow everything you tell me.
Your suspicions are all in your head.
No, ain't nothing wrong with my head. And stop trying to confuse the issue. We decided you'd quit the job once you went on maternity leave.
That was your decision, not mine.
Doesn't matter. It's finished. You aren't going back. It's a dead issue, so squash it!
Marcus Tillman, who do you think you are? Just because I'm not your wife doesn't give you the right to make my career decisions. I'm not some living maid and babysitter.
Uh-huh. Keep popping off your mouth. I won't be disrespected, woman.
I'm beginning to think our marriage was a mistake.
See what you made me do? It's your fault. You brought it on yourself.
That is the third time you put your hands on me. You need help, Marcus. The baby and I are leaving even if we have to sleep on the street. Let go of me. I don't want you anymore.
I have a signal 23 at 1311 Simpson Court. Repeat, respond to a domestic dispute at 1311 Simpson Court. An ambulance has been requested.
Won't do a bit of good trying to hide that bandage, Nicole. Besides, I can't see what all the fuss is about. You're pretty as an angel.
Thanks, Papa Longhead. I don't feel pretty. Not with this thing on my face.
Expect it'll heal in no time.
What kind of life can a person have disfigured like this?
I've seen worse. They got along fine.
Jamal tried to kill me. If I had been any slower, my throat would have been cut instead of my face. He's still out there. If he finds me, he'll just finish what he started.
Never mind him. You're safe here at the Phoenix house.
He said if he couldn't have me, no one would. I ended up pregnant from a man I'd grown to hate.
You've got a lot kicked up inside of you. Better drain that poison before you take it out on somebody who don't deserve it, like that baby.
That's something I won't have to worry about. I'm putting it up for adoption.
Nicole, don't.
I know you and Miss Maisie mean well, but the child is the product of the pain and humiliation Jamal put me through. Every time I look at it, I think about
You know, me and Maisie run this battered women's shelter so that people like you have somewhere safe to go. Somewhere where you can go and get your head together. Now, it's not part of our job to tell you how to live your life, but I'd think twice about giving up my child if I were you.
I've had 9 months to think it over.
Then waiting a little longer isn't gonna hurt.
It's a week past due. Miss Maisie's already helped me pack an overnight bag, and Roger's on standby to get me to the hospital.
I got the peaches you've been craving. I got some prunes for Maisie, too.
Prunes? Miss Maisie likes prunes.
She don't, but judging by attitude lately, I thought she needed a little help.
You're gonna need a little help after I get through.
Whoa, come on now. Think about your blood pressure.
There ain't a thing wrong with my blood pressure.
Then think about my blood pressure, honey bun.
Don't you honey on me, you old reprobate.
Don't just stand there for cold. Call the Army, call the Marines, call Homeland Security.
Oh, hush, stop. How long have you two been married? It'll be 40 years come September, and I wouldn't change a single moment, even if you offered me 40 quarters and a truckload of change.
Oh, thank you, sweetie.
You must have a good understanding. It goes with the territory. Papa, I need to call a short meeting with everyone.
That lady you were telling me about?
Isn't that just like a man? The state senator wants to come to our shelter, and he calls her that lady.
God, don't you love when she gets carrying on like that?
Are you serious, Papa? We are a serious operation with a shoestring budget. We need the senator's help with finances. If she sees the value in what we're doing with this shelter, she'll go over to the state.
Take your foot off that table, boy. What's ailing you? We can't count on some politician helping us out. If we get in a pinch, we could harm some. Starting with that cuckoo clock.
Oh, no, you don't. Why don't we sell your autographed poster of Hank Aaron?
Not Hank. Definitely not Hank.
And the clock stays.
The clock don't work.
Neither do you, but you don't see me trying to pawn you off.
I've got 50 cents. You can have Miss Maisie.
And we certainly appreciate it for your guests here at the Phoenix House. We provide for your needs.
You don't want it, give it to me, Jack. I'm your brother. No, Mama gave us both 50 cents and you spent yours.
So what if I did?
So, I'm saving mine. Miss Maisie said Mama's got to have money put away in case we got to go away fast. That's just plain dumb. 50 cents ain't nothing. Besides, you know Daddy will catch up to us sooner or later like he did the last time.
Take your foot off that table, Bobby. Where's your mother, boys? We're about to have a meeting.
She's upstairs getting ready for some chicken.
Mr. Finch has an opening for a cashier. I've arranged for Billie Jean to interview for the position. I think she'll do fine.
She knows Daddy don't tolerate her having a job. He says a woman's place is in the home-minded youngins. If she takes that job, Daddy will pitch a fit and drag her home, just like he did the last time. And you don't want to see my daddy when he's riled up.
Your daddy is the reason why your family is here. Your mother is a human being. She has the God-given right, like anybody else, to come and go as she pleases. And that includes owning a job and leaving anyone who can't respect that. The police will see to that.
My daddy ain't scared of no police.
I'll bet $1 against a Don. The police ain't scared of your daddy neither.
It's not the way, Papa.
I hate it here. I want to go home. Let's go, Jack. No, I'm staying for the meeting. It's important. Stay for the stupid meeting, then. You'll never be the real Superman, Jack. The real Superman doesn't pee in the bed, you big baby. I don't normally, you know. It's just, when the bad dreams come, I can't help it.
How long have you been having these nightmares?
Not much since we've been here. When I do have them, the monster tries to hurt me and Mama.
Ain't no such thing as monsters, Jackie boy. They're just a figment of your imagination. Now, when you wake up, tell that old werewolf or bear or whatever, it ain't the least bit real. What does your monster look like?
My daddy.
Something wrong, Miss Maisie? Nothing the good Lord can't handle? Oh, Billie Jean, you're all set for that interview. Give me a spin. Except for the shoes.
I don't have anything else. I rounded up my boys and ran out of there when my husband went to sleep. I didn't even think to grab my purse.
Don't you worry. We got plenty of pairs in the attic that'll fit you.
I'm so nervous. I've never applied for a job before, let alone gone on to an interview. When I got pregnant with Bobby, Travis and I got married as quick as lightning. He's done all the working ever since. He He'd throw a fit if I even mentioned getting a job.
That's called financial abuse. Some men use it to control their women by making them completely financially dependent on them. You're a bright girl, and I don't think you'll have any trouble with that interview.
Ouch! You're brushing my brains out, Mama. Bobby wouldn't stay for the interview.
I apologize for my son's behavior. He's like his daddy. It's getting so hard I don't know what to do with him.
No need to apologize. He'll come around. I'll be needing to tell you that we'll be having a visitor. Her name is Ernestine Beasley, and she is the state senator for this district. Is there anything we can do to help? Just make sure that your rooms are tidy and answer any questions that she may have.
The bathroom upstairs sounds awful. And there's water leaking at the base of the toilet.
I'll call Roger. Please use the bathroom downstairs. Until he fixes it.
I'll fix it.
Oh, no, you don't. The last time you fixed something, we were fined by the EPA.
Forget about that. Now, who's for some peaches?
It stinks up there, Rashida's mom is in the bathroom throwing up.
She's sick.
She's probably hungover. Daddy gets like that after drinking all night. I don't throw up. I can hold my liquor.
Who has been giving you alcohol, child?
Daddy, he says a man needs to be able to hold his liquor.
And what does your mother say about that?
You know, Mama, she complains, but he don't pay her no mind. He'd slap her for forgetting her place.
Giving a child alcohol is wrong, and so is slapping someone for voicing their opinion.
So what? Daddy says it's okay. Who cares what anyone else thinks?
Sweet heavens.
Hello, Rashida. I couldn't find a clasp, so I welded the links together. Here you go.
Thank you. Roger. Roger!
Yeah? What is it, Princess?
Nothing. Why are you looking at Nicole like that?
Like what? You're imagining things.
Not hardly. Every time she comes over, it's like you only have eyes for her. I'm young, but I'm not stupid.
Like I said, you're imagining things.
Well, you may as well forget about her because all she does is sit around crying and trying to hide her face.
Well, she has problems. Will you be nice to her if I give you a present?
Yes. Give me.
You have to promise first.
What do you want? Signed contract? I said I promised. Now give me my present.
It belonged to my mother.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I thought Miss Maisie was your mother.
No, Miss Maisie isn't my mother. My mother died from a head injury from my father. After he was sentenced to life in prison, Miss Maisie and Papa took me in.
Oh, that's so sad. About your mother, I mean.
Well, where is everybody?
Cleaning, I guess. Miss Maisie wants everything looking good for some senator lady coming this week.
Miss Maisie did call me about the upstairs bathroom. I better get on that.
Hi, Roger. Are you here to fix the bathroom?
I sure am. Do you want to help?
Can I?
You sure can. Superman is always welcome.
Can I carry that toolbox for you, Roger?
It might be a little bit heavy for you.
No,
but-
it's not.
Oh! Don't sweat it.
I'm sorry.
Jack, I'm not going to hit you, Jack. Jack, buddy, I would never hit you.
What in the world was that noise?
It was just an accident, Miss Mason.
Accidents happen all the time. Don't sweat it, my man.
Miss Maisie, is it okay if I go play in the backyard? Mama's still at that job interview, and Bobby won't stop throwing things at me.
Sure you can. Rashida, do me a favor and keep him company. If any strangers come around, get Jack inside right away called child abuse. I'm just now beginning to discover the extent of the damage done to that sweet little boy. I made an appointment with the child psychologist next week. I'll make sure he gets proper treatment.
There you go again. The tireless crusader with her ever-present Dr. Scholl's foot back.
Never mind my footpath. What about my bathroom?
Yes, ma'am. Right away. Hey, when's that senator lady coming?
Tomorrow afternoon.
Well, don't worry. I'll be done in a jiffy.
Alicia, come in, girl. I was making homemade tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches for you.
Oh, the only problem I have with Papa's homemade soup is stopping at one bowl. I came by to see if you had room for another resident.
You know our policy, Alicia. We always have room for one another.
Good. Her husband snapped at her for trying to go back to work. Been on maternity leave.
How old is the baby?
About 6 weeks. Cute little boy.
Here, let me have that baby.
This is Keisha Tillman.
Hi, Keisha. Welcome to the Phoenix House. I'm Mrs. Maisie Longhead, but everyone here calls me Miss Maisie.
Thank you, Miss Maisie.
Miss Maisie is experienced in helping women in your situation.
We're primarily an emergency shelter for battered women, but please don't think that there's any rush to find housing. Stay as long as it takes to get yourself together. I just hope we aren't putting you through any trouble. No trouble at all. That's what we do here. Here, let me help you. Hold your head up. Around here, that black eye represents a badge of courage. Thank you.
Well, I better get going, but you will be safe here if your husband makes bail, Keisha. Someone from the DA's office will notify you both of a trial date and developments.
I don't even know how to begin to thank you, Sergeant Thomas.
Well, you can thank me by taking good care of yourself and that little boy. I'm just glad I wasn't too late to help. Fine. I'll call you later, Miss Maisie.
You do that. Keisha, my husband and I established a shelter 20 years ago. We've experienced a great deal of domestic violence.
My husband and I were married 2 years ago, but in the past year he changed, getting all mean and twisted.
Believe it or not, he didn't change. Those personality traits you described were always there, but hidden well. That job represented a loss of control over you, and he snapped. I can only advise you, but that job is a place he knows you'll be at a specific time. You might want to think about that.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Nicole Leonard. Nicole, meet Keisha Tillman, our newest resident.
Hi. Hello.
Let's get you settled in. Nicole, will you hold the baby while I get your things? What on earth?
It's a baby. She said she'd give it up for adoption as soon as it draws breath. I reckon asking her to hold that baby here about discombobulated her.
Lord have mercy. Papa, this is Keisha Tillman, our newest resident. This is Papa, my husband.
New lady.
All right, let's get you settled in. I have a great room for you and the baby that overlooks my vegetable garden. Hey! Leave that clock alone!
Getting your clock. Mama said to behave, Bonnie.
Stop trying to act all hard.
Act? Don't make me hurt you, girl. My daddy taught me how to dish it out.
You better hope he taught you how to take it!
Stop! Stop it! Stop!
Hold it right there, you two! Don't move a muscle. You do not raise your fists at one another in this house. Your mamas have enough going on without you two raising a ruckus. Now apologize to each other right now.
You ain't my daddy. You ain't got no call telling me what to do.
Children who won't mind grown folks end up with life being their teacher. Life don't forgive mistakes, boy, they cost you.
What have you done this time, Bobby?
Me? Why does it always have to be me?
Yeah, why does it always have to be you?
I don't He always made up for it, though. He bought you nice things. Don't you care about how he feels?
Gifts can't bring back a person's self-respect. You know how he mistreated me. You were always his favorite, but poor Jack caught pure hell and he'll need treatment. I'll never forgive him for what he did to my baby. Bobby, for the first time in years, I actually feel good about myself. And look at me, I got a job today.
I don't care about your stupid job. I care about us being a family. Daddy was right. You're just selfish.
Bobby! Bobby! Billie Jean, tell me, did you get the job?
Yes, I'm starting tomorrow. I'll be working with another girl until I get the hang of the cash register.
Praise God. Are you alright, honey?
Yes, I'm about to stand on my own 2 feet. I appreciate everything you've done for me and my kids. You've given me my life back.
Oh, bless your heart, but I can't take all the credit. You woke up one day and said enough. You took your own life back.
So, I couldn't have done it without you.
Girls like you who make it all worthwhile.
Amen. She's got a good piece to go before she's stable and all, especially with that oldest boy to deal with.
Bathroom's all set, Miss Maisie. Oh, and Papa. Sad to say, but the Braves game this Sunday with the Cardinals is all sold out.
Dang it!
I know. Said it was all sold out. I didn't say I wasn't able to get tickets.
Well, I'll be. Thanks, son!
It's my pleasure, Miss Maisie. You really should consider moving to a new house. This place is old.
It's not in the cards right now.
Ain't in the finances either.
I better get going. Hey, save me some cobble, all right?
Sure. We finished sipping the flour, Papa.
Now we start the secret process that makes my peach cobbler so good. When you open the oven, angels sing.
So you ready for my hug?
Yep.
Hello? Daddy?
Hello? Hi, Mrs. Frazier. Yes, I'm okay. I've relocated. The baby's fine. We both are. Would you mind connecting me to Mr. Thompson, please? Thank you. Hi, Mr. Thompson. I was just calling you to let you know that I will be ready to work on Monday. Thank you. I've missed work a lot myself. I'm not busy today. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will be there in an hour. Thank you. Excuse me. Nicole, is it?
Yes.
Would you mind helping me change my son's diaper? It's really difficult to do with one arm.
Call Miss Maisie or Papa.
Well, I would hate to intrude on them. They've already done so much for us. It'll only take a second.
I really don't know anything about changing babies. Call Billie Jean.
Have I done something to offend
I
you?
just want to be left alone.
I can see that you're hurt. I am too. I know how it feels to be abused.
You don't know a single thing about my situation, so do not patronize me with some damn I'm a victim.
You don't have to talk ugly about it. If you want to be left alone, I'll leave you alone, but don't break out your frustrations on me. I've got enough of my own.
What's her problem?
Here, let me have that diaper. Nicole is 9 months pregnant. Her hormones are raging off the charts.
I didn't get mean when I was pregnant.
We're all different, honey. We react to the same situations differently.
I won't ask for her help again. Oh, I spoke to my boss. He asked me to come in later today for something about a new health insurance mandate.
So you're determined to keep that job? He knows where it's at, Keisha.
I can't keep living my life running from shadows, Miss Maisie.
You be very careful, you hear me? Stay around people, and if he shows up at your job, don't attempt to reason with him. Call the police immediately.
I will. Will you keep my son for me?
Sure. He'll be just fine.
Thank you, Miss Maisie.
Lord, I have a terrible feeling about this. Please protect that child.
Maze, have you seen Jack?
No, I thought he was in the kitchen helping you.
He was. I gave him a peach and he went out on the back steps to eat it, and when I went to get him, I found this.
Quick, make sure Rashida's inside. Go check around the neighborhood. Maybe he just took a walk. Billie Jean, please come down here.
Ma'am?
Billie Jean, Jack is missing.
Jack? Jack?
Papa's looking for him around the neighborhood. If he wandered off, he couldn't have gotten far.
No, he wouldn't wander off like that. Not without Superman.
Hello? Who is this? No, there's no Billie Jean. You have the wrong number.
You bring him back here, Travis. If you hurt him, I swear to God I'll get you. No, I'm not coming back.
Mr. Crawford, I'm Maisie Longhead. It is in your best interest to bring the child back to his mother. You could get life for kidnapping in Georgia. No, there's no need to use that kind of language. Hello? Hello? He hung up. Hello? I'd like to report a kidnapping.
I don't understand. How did he know that we were here?
Mama,
Bobby, please tell me you didn't call your daddy.
I didn't want him to take you away. I thought he was just gonna come.
Boy, you better get out of my sight while you still can. I said get!
The police are on their way. They've issued an Amber Alert. Do you have any pictures of Jack?
Yes, in my purse.
Go get it. And I want you to write down the names and address of any of your husband's close relatives. We'll have everything ready when the police arrive, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
No sign of him around the block.
His father's okay. Bobby called him and told him they were here.
That little, using a child to get back at his wife?
We have to get that little boy back. Alive.
Squad car checked the house in Jones County. No one was there.
My husband's uncle has a farm in Sandersville. Maybe he went there.
Send some officers to check it out.
How are you holding up?
I don't know. Just hoping I can wake up and it's all a bad dream. Maybe I should just go back to him. Just deal with the cards I've been dealt.
No, honey. That is a hand you can't win. Best throw it in. Find Jack, you'll see. I serve a living God, and I refuse to believe that he'll let anything happen to that little boy.
I wish I had your faith.
I came as soon as I could.
Have you eaten?
No.
Well, supper's in the kitchen. Nobody's had much of an appetite, and I hate to see food go to waste.
Thank you.
Excuse me, but I need to go lie down. I'm really busy. Just call me if you get any news.
Poor thing.
She's barely holding it together.
I mean, I'd be out of my head if somebody took my kid. Just hope her husband isn't crazy enough to hurt the child. I mean, murder and suicide aren't out of the question
forbid. We've dropped the ball on this one, Papa. 20 years without a single mishap, and now this. I should
Do not blame yourself, Miss Mason. There is no 100% security. I mean, a deranged person can get to the president if determined enough. We just have to do the best that we can and put the rest in God's hands.
She's right, Maze. You look worn out, sugar. I'll stay up and let you know if anything happens in developments.
Thank you, Papa. But I don't think I'll sleep a wink knowing that that child is out there with that nut.
At least try. You need to be on point for that senator meeting tomorrow.
You're right. Can I get you anything, Alicia?
No, I've got to make my report to headquarters.
Thank you.
Is that emergency call button working?
Yes, Jack's father grabbed the boy too fast. We didn't have time to use it.
Well, if Billie Jean's husband shows up here, just press it. We'll arrive within 5 minutes.
All right, Maze. Let's get some rest.
My son doesn't look like Friday Jack. My son even hopes.
Oh, Roger, it's you.
Yeah.
For a minute I thought it.
Sorry, just polishing off a little Papa's peach cobbler. Do you want some?
My peach cobbler never turns out like his. Papa's a whiz in the kitchen.
Don't be fooled. He has help.
Any news about Jack?
No, not yet. I hope for Billie Jean's sake they find him soon, though.
Me too.
Nicole, I hope it doesn't appear as if I'm dipping in your business, but what are your plans for after you have the baby?
I have no plans. I worked as a clerk at Walmart, but that's over now. I can't go back to that job with my ex still out there.
You can't let him dictate your life like that. How can you exist living in fear like that?
I don't have a choice. In case you haven't looked at me lately, this is the result of underestimating Jamal's intentions.
I'm sorry. I know that you're dealing with a guy with serious mental
I
problems.
don't
and
want to talk about it, okay?
I understand.
You can't understand possibly what I'm going through.
My mother was abused by my father.
Well, it still doesn't give you any insight regarding my situation.
I think your attitude is your main problem.
Do you know how it feels to be repeatedly raped by a man who claims to love you? Or having your face cut up so bad that no other man would want you? And better yet, how would you feel carrying a child that was forced on you?
Well,
Well, nothing. So do not give me this I understand mess because you can't have a clue about the hell I've been through.
I don't pretend to understand your situation completely. All right? I'm sure we've both experienced our own private hell, but I have enough presence of mind to know that I can't let my past dictate how the rest of my life turns out.
It's that easy,
Well,
is
it's
it?
not-
Well,
it's-
take a look at me, Roger. I'm a fugitive running until there's no place else to go, and that is the life I have to look forward to.
Wait a minute. You've had your say, now let me speak. All right? Please? I can't see what my mother saw in the guy. My stepfather was the meanest cat you'd ever seen, and crazy, too. He came into our lives after my father died.
I can't see what this has to do with my
Just
situation.
listen, please. Will you do that? One night, I was lying in bed in, my Spider-Man pajamas. Couldn't have been more than 8 years old. And I heard yelling. And then I heard her scream. I wanted to be a man and go and fight him, but at 8, I was only weak and scared. Terrified, I prayed that God would strike him down with a bolt of lightning. I usually stayed in my room when he beat her, but something felt different about that night. So I got up and I went into their bedroom.
A child shouldn't have to witness such
Let me
brutality.
finish. I went into their room. And my mom was standing by the bed covered in blood, her blood. She was holding a butcher's knife. The guy had fallen into a drunken sleep, beating her, and there she was, about to take the guy's life when she saw me. Something inside her changed, and she took me, got me dressed, and we slid out the back door.
I snuck out the bathroom window.
We came here, and they took us in. You know, we were the first residents.
But I thought your mother was dead.
No, she is. The head trauma she sustained that night killed her a week later. My stepfather was sentenced to life in prison, and Family and Child Services allowed me to stay here, under foster care.
I'm so sorry I snapped at you.
No, that's all right. I just want you to understand how special you are. And that given a chance, your life can still be a wonderful experience.
You're blind, Roger. I look like the bride of Frankenstein.
You look pretty good to me.
I'm carrying too much emotional baggage. Maybe if we met in another time with different circumstances, we could.
You're certain, Nicole. I believe that in every dark cloud, a ray of happiness exists in the sun. All we have to do is find it.
I wish I could believe that.
I have enough belief in my heart for the both of us. All you have to do is trust.
There's just too much going on to consider. I mean, I have baby.
Just don't stress yourself, okay? There's time enough for things to work themselves out. All I want you to know is that you have a friend in me. And I'll be there whenever you need me.
Maisie's resting, I thought I might stay near the phone.
I should get going, but call me if you need anything.
Thank you, Roger. It's nice to know I have a friend.
It's my pleasure. Good night, Nicole.
You're grown now. It ain't my place to tell you what to do, but please be careful. That girl's got a lot of problems and an awful boyfriend that sits at top.
I know, Papa, but you know, if you taught me anything, it's that when you care about somebody, you accept the good with all of the bad.
Take it slow, son. Take it slow. That girl's as fragile as a fine piece of china.
I know. And just as precious.
My, don't you look good?
You clean up good yourself, but what is going on with that tie? You're the only man that I know that struggles with a clip-on bow tie.
I used to dressing up like this. Some coveralls and a pair of brogans suit me just fine.
I know.
Want me to answer it?
What I want you to do is get rid of that hat.
order you plan to use telepathy?
Hi, Senator Beasley. I'm Miss Maisie Longhead. Welcome to the Phoenix House.
Hi, Mrs. Longhead. I'm Ernestine Beasley, your state senator, and this is my assistant, Jessica Hamilton.
Hi. This is my husband, Papa, and my son, Roger. Could I interest you ladies in some refreshments?
Why, yes, a little tea if it isn't any trouble.
No trouble at all. Please, have a seat. Oh, could I interest you in anything, Miss Hamilton?
No, thank you. The senator is waiting on a vote in the House. I think we can spare the time, Jessica.
I understand you're extremely busy, Senator Beasley, so if you'll excuse me, I'll go grab your residence.
Don't need you reminding me of my obligations, Jessica.
Yes, ma'am, we just had a long trip back to Atlanta, and I didn't want to waste any time.
The concerns of my constituents are not a waste of time. They are my first priority.
Yes, ma'am, but Senator Richards is lobbying against the bill, and I thought you might need some time yourself to do some lobbying.
You let me worry about Senator Richards. He's a dinosaur more concerned with his own personal interests than the welfare of this state.
The Logheads are seeking state funding for this
Battered women's shelter.
And honestly, since when does the state seek funding for what amounts to personal problems? I mean, if these women suffer from spousal abuse, why not just leave the guy? End of story.
I'm sure it's a bit more complicated than that. I'll hear them out and we'll see.
Really, well, in my opinion, this is a waste of time.
Here you go, ladies.
Oh, well that was just delicious. What is that flavor I'm getting just a hint of?
A tiny dash of cinnamon with lemon. It makes it refreshing and perky, don't it?
It really does. Incredible.
Please have a seat, ladies. These are our current residents. This is a temporary shelter for battered women, but there's no pressure to secure her permanent housing.
I see. Is there any reason why these women can't live with a relative or a close friend?
Most family and friends don't want to get involved. Then there's the fact that if an irate boyfriend or husband wants them home, they could either force them home or, worse, attack them and those who help them. So secrecy is paramount to the success of escaping an abusive situation. If they have no safe place to go, they would either be forced to stay in their toxic relationships or live where they can, usually under deplorable situations for them and any children they may have.
I see.
This is Nicole Leonard, 9 months pregnant. She showed up to our doorstep bleeding from a knife wound to the face and hand. Her husband threatened to do worse if he caught her.
You have my deepest sympathy, young lady. I
This
understand.
is Keisha Tillman. Her newborn baby is asleep upstairs. She came to our door abused by her husband, blackening her eye and almost breaking her arm because she wanted to go back to work.
But that's ridiculous.
It is, isn't it? But it's true, and this is Billie Jean, abused by her husband for years. She finally left, only to have him kidnap her son in retaliation. To help these women and women like them, we need funding, Senator Beasley. We get along with our retirement checks and the occasional donation. It's not enough.
I see. These are uncertain economic times. Unemployment is at record levels and many government-funded social programs have been scrapped.
I understand getting state funding is hard, but we can't win if we don't play. I'm simply asking that you try, ma'am.
Maybe we can...
It's the police. Hi, Miss Maisie.
I've got a superhero who says he's super hungry and demandable, a peach cobbler.
Jack, I didn't mean to.
You're part of this family too.
Hey, Jack. Superman was lonely without you, buddy.
I missed him too.
Thank you so much, Officer Thomas. My children are my life.
Well, we spotted Mr. Crawford running out of the back of his uncle's house with Jack under his arm. So I tased him until he shook like a bowl of jello on a washing machine. Burnt out my damn battery tool.
Where is he now?
Oh, he is locked up, facing kidnapping, resisting arrest, and violation of a restraining order. It's unlikely he'll make bail.
Thank the Lord.
Well, I'll leave you folks alone, but we will need everyone's statements later. They could use your help with funding, ma'am. They perform a needed service here.
You give me a hand, Keisha?
I feel so much better. I'm sorry about the disturbance in Mr. Beasley. It couldn't be helped. That's all right. It helps me understand more the plight of these women. Let me get back to my office and dig up some info on social program funding. Meanwhile, this isn't much, but it can start. Thank you. Mine too, please.
Aw.
Does this mean you'll help us get state funding? Honey, just try and stop me. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can.
Keisha! I know you're here.
My God! You've got the wrong house. There's no Keisha here.
Out of my way, old lady. I know she's here. Followed her from her job yesterday. Keisha! Keisha!
You better leave
I'm
now,
not playing
son.
with you.
You're trespassing and the police will be here any minute.
I'm not leaving without my wife and kid. Keisha!
You don't hear so good, do you? I said get out of my house.
Get out of my way, old man. I'm not leaving without my family. That's it.
Oh, Miss Maisie. My water broke. Papa, we've got to get Nicole to the hospital. She's in labor.
Beating up a defenseless woman is easy. Step to a man you can't handle. Now get out of my face before I show you why I was the Golden Gloves in the Navy for 10 years.
You ain't showing me nothing.
Papa!
Put the gun down, son. You're in enough trouble as it is.
Mr. Tillman, she is in labor. We have to get her to the hospital.
Ain't nobody going nowhere till Keisha gets out here. I'm not playing around. I'll shoot the first person who comes near me.
And here, Marcus. Put the gun down.
Get the baby and let's go.
She's not going anywhere with you, sir.
You are committing aggravated assault, sir, and I'm
Hey, shut up! All of you! She's my wife. Now let's go, Keisha, before somebody gets hurt.
Come on, Nicole, we've got to get you out of here.
You think I'm playing? One more step and I'll shoot you.
Don't go pointing that gun at my wife. You want to shoot somebody, shoot me. Because the fast and 40 guys is going to minute I'll put my foot up.
Put the gun down now!
I came for my family.
I said, put the gun down.
Keisha, it's me, baby. I'm sorry about our little disagreement. You can go back to work if you want to. Let me make it up to you.
No, Marcus. It's over between us. Please just put the gun down and leave me alone.
That woman needs a doctor. Put the gun down, Mr. Tillman.
Shut up!
If someone gets hurt.
You take one more step and I swear I'll pull this trigger.
Marcus, if you ever love me, you'll put the gun down. You need to get help.
I don't need anybody's help. I just want my family.
No, it's over between us.
If I can't have you, then nobody will.
Senator Beasley. She sends her condolences. Says that her and her team will be putting together a package to send to the House.
Maybe now we'll get that funding.
I hope so.
This funeral will not be easy. I wish I could just go back in time and...
But it was out of your control. It was a case of prededication.
That's predestination, Papa.
Call it what you will. But this all could have been avoided if she hadn't gone to that job. He followed her here and planned his move right there.
Well, it's time to hit the highway. I'll be back here after Nicole and the baby are all settled in.
Thank you for making the trip to Savannah.
It's my pleasure. It'll give Nicole and I a chance to talk about a few things.
That baby looks just like you, Nicole. Are you sure you won't be any trouble for your aunt? You're always welcome here.
I know. Jamal hasn't been caught yet, so I think it's best if I just get out of town for a while. My aunt lives alone and said she could use the company.
Here's a recipe for our peach cobbler. And here's a little something for you and her. And this from me and Maze. That'll tide you up.
Thank you both so much.
Well, we better get going. See you tonight, folks. Thank you for everything.
That car from the funeral home will be here any minute.
Ugh, don't remind me. Where is...
Are you okay, honey? Yes, ma'am. Spent all morning crying and thinking about Marcus. I just remember how it was before. How did things go crazy so fast? I am so sorry it had to end this way.
But it was his own actions that caused it. We could have easily been going to your funeral, Keisha. I'm sorry it happened. But you're free now, and that's the bedrock truth.
As strange as it sounds, I still miss him.
That's natural. Hi, Papa. I see you're ready for the funeral. I'm so sorry, Mrs. Thomas, but he gave me no choice.
I know. Thank you for saving my life.
You're welcome. And hey, if you need anything at all, just ask. Miss Maisie knows where to find me.
Thank you.
Is Billie Jean going with you folks? I still need her statement.
No, she and the boys went to the park.
Oh. Almost forgot. There is a woman right now at the station giving a statement. Her husband broke her leg and threatened to run her over with the car. So you think maybe?
Of course, Alicia. Bring her over here when she's finished. This is the Phoenix house, where there's always room for one more.